What's up, Instagram? We are having a crazy long day, and today is the last day. We're closing down the Knowledge Broker Blueprint, the course with Tony and I. Turn that. She just pulled it up over here. Here's what I want to do. In a moment here, I want you to ask some questions, right? I'm a business coach for a few people as well. Time doesn't allow me to do it for a lot of people. So if you have a question, we've had so many great questions today, like thousands, like from text messages and emails, because KBB, the Knowledge Broker Blueprint that I'm doing with Tony Robbins, closes tonight. What's up, everybody? Good to see you. It closes at midnight tonight. So people ask me, why does it close? Tell me why I should do this. People have been telling me their biggest fears today. So here's what I'm going to do. Turn that volume down, baby.
Yep.
And you can help me. This is my wife, Lisa, everybody. Meet Lisa. And look at this.
Guys.
Wait, can you see that? You can't even see
Baby's
this.
coming in 2 to 3
2
weeks.
to 3 weeks, we're having a baby. But I asked her to sit next to me and help look on here so I can, because I suck at looking at questions, because I'm like, woo, like I'm squirrel. So my ADD kicks in. So what I asked Lisa to do is pick out some cool questions that you like. So if you have a question for me, I'll stimulate some things. What is something... thank you, guys. Thank you. And you can hear my dog bark in the background because there's an Amazon guy here. Who doesn't have Amazon people coming to their house at night? Could you go?
She'll stop.
Not really. She'll just keep going. Chloe! Hey, could it be any more real than this? Real life? She's done. Come here, baby. Come here. She's done. Okay, so what's the one thing that has held you back from opportunities in the past? What is that one thing? I'd love to hear it. And then what question do you have for me? Whether if you are in KBB, congratulations. Love having you as part of the family. Was that training awesome today? And we got that training tomorrow. We got a live training tomorrow with Tony Robbins, only for people who join KBB tonight before midnight. You're going to want to go to 𝑘BBcourse.com before we're done. Let's stay here now. But if you're on the fence, or if I answer your question tonight, know at midnight tonight, the offer 12 months of the software, all the crazy bonuses is gone. Okay, but right now, let's do some business coaching. I've done this with Jenna Kutcher. I've done this with some really amazing people. And we got a few minutes here. So if you have a question about marketing, if you're in KBB and you want to share. If you got a question about KBB, if you don't even know what the hell KBB is, it's the Knowledge Broker Blueprint. Tony and I created a course to show you how to tap into the digital economy, to be a part of the knowledge industry movement. I would love to know if you get a question, you let me know that you like. I would like to know, did it freak you out today? Did the news freak you out today that the stock market took a really big hit? While simultaneously the coronavirus is going crazy. Does that bug you at all? Do you not care? Are you too young to know? Are you under 30 and really don't know what a recession feels like? Just trying to spark questions here. So if you got, I'm in KBB, life-changing. Thank you. Dean, what's up? I'm 16 years old. What can you do? You're in the right place. KBB grad here.
But not really questions.
How is KBB for individuals who want to use it for small business? Okay, that's a great question. I wish I knew first names. So KBB, listen, can we all agree that we're in the information age, right? We are in the information age. We are in the digital economy. So it doesn't matter what business you're in my opinion, you need to understand how to monetize, how to expand, how to scale within the digital economy, because that's how people are learning. And here's what I know. Business owners, you absolutely must be a part of it. And I'm not, listen, write this down, everyone. No matter what you do someday in your life, marketing is a must. Without marketing is the oxygen. Sales and marketing are the oxygen to any successful company. But here's the ideal thing, is you want to attract those you want. This is a great definition of marketing. And repel those you don't, right? You want to attract those you want and repel those that you don't. When you understand marketing, when you understand the information age, when you understand how to scale your company by attracting more of the people you want through information marketing, through sharing information, you realize how you can gain an unfair advantage. So again, I don't want to just say everybody in the world should have KBB, but if you want to expand being in the digital economy, you want to be a part of the knowledge. I have a needy dog. You want to see? This is our needy dog.
She's very insecure.
She's so insecure. She's just sitting here like, please touch me, please. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so I hope that answered. Who would you say you have learned the most from? That's a really great question. I have so many teachers. I learned so much from my grandmother as a kid, just about simple things. She never went past 8th grade, but she was one of the smartest people I had ever met, and just gave me simple wisdom. But I've learned so much from so many people. I've learned so much from so many. Go on. Sorry. I've learned so much from so many people. I guess the best answer to that, it's a really good question. I never thought about it, is I learn nonstop. I've been going to masterminds and being part of group trainings forever. And every time I go, I can learn from somebody who's brand new because they're hungry and they find something that I didn't. And I love learning from someone who's been in a space way longer than me. So I guess the answer to that is that I'm an obsessive learner. And I think everybody in here should be. And you wouldn't be here with me right now. You'd be watching Netflix, right? Or you'd be binging on the Kardashian reality show or something, right? And I'm not knocking the Kardashians other than you want to learn. So I would just say be an obsessive learner, but have a filter. Like one of the things that can drive you nuts is when you follow the crowds and oh, you should do Shopify, or you should do this, or you should do that. And you get all confused because too many choices means you have no choices, right? You need to pick a swimming lane, and you need to pick a swimming lane who you learn from as well. Okay, what else?
There's a lot of questions on books. Like, what's the best marketing book? What is the top books you recommend? All of that. Okay,
so top books. I love a variety of books. I'll geek out on American history because I like the underdog side of it. I like, if you want to, for marketing, I love Persuasion and Persuasion by Cialdini. Robert Cialdini, great books to understand, why people make the decisions they make. If you want culture for your business, I geeked out on the Netflix book on Shoe Dog, the story of Nike. How Will You Measure Your Life? Oh my God, such an amazing book. How Will You Measure Your Life? One of the best books ever on culture. And How Will You Measure Your Life was a really good balance of how do you do family and business. Really, really powerful. So I would absolutely recommend that book. I loved. Yeah, go ahead.
How do I market?
Do I have the best wife ever? She's sitting here right now. She worked all day today, 9 months pregnant, worked all day today because she chooses to, because she's a boss babe. She's a badass.
Okay, back to you.
Okay, back to you. I knew you didn't want. And look at our needy dog. See, look at she's nonstop. Like, please pet me. Please pet me. Please touch me. Okay. All right. What's the next question, baby?
How do I market to clients with higher budgets?
How do you market to client? I don't know what. How do you market to client? It doesn't matter what you do. You always want to find your ideal client, right? And if you're going to market to somebody, the cool thing about social media is Instagram, Facebook, YouTube track everything we do. I mean, think about this. We're having a baby, right? I've never gone on my phone and searched for a crib. I've never searched for a stroller. My wife is doing all that. But when I come online, that's all the advertising nonstop. They're listening to everything. So here's the cool part. If you want to track pregnant moms, who make $100,000 a year, like Pilates and eat peanut butter and jelly, you could target those people on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Isn't that crazy? Now here's the cool part. Now this is what we do in KBB so well, is really separating the art and the science. That's the science, right? Don't get confused. Everybody listen to this right now. I've stayed relevant in the knowledge industry now for 24 years. People always ask me how. Because the science always changes. When I first started, there was no iTunes or podcast or Instagram or Facebook or YouTube. Yes, that's how long ago it was. It was like smoke signals, right? The only thing I could do was an infomercial, right? I couldn't track my ideal client. But what's allowed me to keep going, remember this, the difference between art and science. The science always changes. I did infomercials. I did direct mail. We did lots of things. And then all of a sudden I moved into the social media world and just finally started obsessing on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube just a couple of years ago. But the science is always different, meaning the delivery system, where you really need to craft your skill. And this is why I think KBB is changing the world. Is one part is we teach you the art of communication. The art of getting people to say yes. The art, if you want to go after ideal clients that make more money in your space, that means you have to communicate with them in an artful way. It doesn't matter if you can find them on Instagram or just find them on social media. That's a benefit. It's huge. Didn't exist when I started. But if you say the wrong things, if you don't have the right artful message, if you don't intrigue them to want to take action with you, then they're never going to use you. It doesn't matter what your website is or what you do or how many followers you have. Does that make sense? So you got to separate it between art and science. The science is teachable. In fact, in KBB, literally, we have a bucket, a training for each, like how to dominate Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, affiliates, email. We teach the science, and then I teach the art.
Next question. How would you recommend we share our story of success and inspire others?
Oh, that's so good.
That's so good.
Here's the thing. Remember, when you share a story about yourself, it still has to be about them. If you've ever watched somebody who tells a story and you get done and go, wow, she's really cool, but you don't take action, you don't feel any emotions, you don't do anything different, that means they told the story too much about themselves. You admire them. Ready? You listen to this. You admire them, but you don't take action with anything they do. Here's the opposite way to frame it. What if you told a story and the whole purpose was to allow other people to feel understood? It was all about them to teach a story. Like, I love telling stories, but I hope when I share my personal experiences that you realize I'm sharing because I want you to feel understood and I want you to grab nuggets and be able to implement it into your own life. If there's ever a time I tell a story about myself and it seems ego-driven, please call me out. Be like, BS, bro, it's not helping me. But I hope you see that when I share a personal experience, even in my podcast, it's all about giving you the tools that I learned while I was going through. Yeah, I just see how I can't look down. KBB is the biggest movement worldwide. It is. KBB is literally in 150 countries. We're over 30,000 people strong in over 4,300 different niches right now. Listen, this is the last night that it's available with all the bonuses in a year of the software. It's been a crazy 6 months getting to today. Like thousands and thousands and thousands of people all around the world enrolled. It's becoming a movement to show you how to engage in the digital economy, how to be a part of the knowledge industry movement, how to share a skill, a hobby, a passion, an expertise. In fact, sharing other people's expertise, how to impact other people's lives, how to do something meaningful in your life while simultaneously having the ability to tap into one of the fastest growing industries in the world and create success for yourself. It's so amazing. If you're a KBB family member, you're already in, give a thumbs up. Let everybody know what you think about it. And if you're on the fence, ask that question because literally at midnight, it goes away. And last year we had thousands of people hit us up the next day and said, you really closed it. It really closes. Okay, babe, what you got?
Okay.
Look at what? Is she beautiful or what? No, seriously. I'm the luckiest guy alive.
Does KBB show you how to do social media advertising? So good.
Absolutely. Like, not just a little. Listen, I'm guessing you've seen some of my social media advertising, right? YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Okay, I have the best team on the planet. Like, literally, I've cultivated this incredible team. And in KBB, what we did is I took each one of my team members. Your whole job is YouTube, build a mini course. Yours is Facebook, build a mini course. Yours is Instagram, build a mini course. You're our affiliate manager, build a mini course. You do all our emails, build a mini course. So each one of those components is represented in KBB, and some of the ones we weren't great at, we went and got. So many of you asked last year about if I wanted to start or scale a podcast. We got John Lee Dumas to build a course. Some of you asked on how to build a community. We got Stu McLaren, top community builder on the planet. He gets 35 grand a day or something crazy like that. It's consulting. He built a mini course. Same with stages. Same with getting your first 100 followers. So we created mini courses for each one of those. So you just know how to dominate it. What you got?
Okay, this one's good. Any advice for very multi-passionate people? I asked my crowd what they said my superpower is, and it was all over the place, just as I had thought.
Yeah, okay. Thanks, babe. And my dog is finally laying down. Oh my God, she's so needy. She's like the ex-boyfriend that's like, oh my God, please don't leave me. All right.
Or the ex-girlfriend.
Yeah. So how do you find your superpower? Here's the thing. all good at a lot of things. And here's what you got to realize. So for those of you that don't, KBB is showing you how to extract something you're good at, or how to be the reporter of other people's knowledge, or how to build a community, how to share that information online, impact lives, and create success in your life from it, right? So I hope I said that simple enough. But finding your superpower, finding the thing you want to teach, here's the cool thing. Pick something. You know that you have an experience, that you went through a tough time and you came out strong on the other side. You started the business, you're crushing it. You've been in a certain job for a certain amount of years and you know the experience. Pick something you love while simultaneously you have depth and breadth behind it, right? If you're saying you have a lot of different stuff. Because this is true. I started 20-something years ago. After I bought Tony Robbins' course, he took my money, gave me information, and it changed my life. True story, 25 plus years ago. So then I decided I wanted to share what I knew. At the time, you know what I was doing? I was selling used cars, and I did pretty well doing it. And I created a course called Motor Millions, how to make money with used cars. I mean, who would think that would sell? It was before the internet. I had to do an infomercial. It was insanity. I used every dollar I had. But after a little trial and error, I didn't have Tony and Dean guiding you. After a little trial and error, I made it work. And then real estate changed my life. So I started teaching real estate. And yeah, I had to wait and get my first client. And I shared real estate. And I was passionate about it. And I ended up being one of the top real estate educators on the planet. But I've also been a multiple New York Times bestselling author. And I've taught how to write books. I've also taught friends and family how to help cure eczema naturally because my son had it. And I geeked out for 2 years straight, and I used to make these super power-packed pancakes and
they're so good, by the way.
And condensed like nutrition in food, and it helped cure my son's eczema. I could teach on that, on natural ways to cure eczema. We're in the most amazing relationship life, and I don't know if we were perfect before. No, we were far from perfect. Far from perfect. But we're amazing in this relationship because we screwed up or made mistakes or did things wrong in the past, and we decided never to do that. We grow. Like, I'm not just saying this because my wife's here, and I'm not saying this like 5 years ago I wouldn't have said any of this. I didn't even talk about relationships. Right now I'm in a magical relationship where we fall more in love every single day. I found my soulmate. I want to be a better man for her every single day. I want to make it so the way she looks at me every day, I need that every day. I could absolutely do a training right now on a Zoom call 4 days from today, charge everybody X amount and show you how to create magic in a relationship because I'm doing it now. So what I'd say is we all have things that people are starting on day one. You have knowledge in your head, okay? You know something somebody else doesn't, and they need it and they want it. And in today's world, people are saying, I'm not going back to school to get more general knowledge. I'm not going to learn on my own. I want to learn how to go faster from somebody who's already been there. So what is that thing? What is that thing right now? Someone's starting off on day one and you could help them start off where you left off. Here's another way to look at it. You ready? If you could go back and spend one day with your 20-year-old self. Now, some of you might be younger than 20. So let's say 15-year-old self if you're younger. But if you go back and spend one day with your 20-year-old self, what would you teach? What would you teach your 20-year-old self? Know that there's people all around the world right now, starting off right there. And you have the opportunity to help them go faster, go quicker, and simultaneously find the people that want to pay for speed, which is the biggest bucket in the world. Forbes says this industry is going to triple over the next 3 years or next 5 years. It's one of the fastest growing industries in the world. You see people online doing it. And sometimes it can hurt that they're getting ahead and you're not, or you can have envy, or you're just mad. Don't be mad anymore. You just don't know where to start. You just don't know how to do it. What solves that is KBB. And that's why I'm telling you right now, write this down, and all my dear friends, you could type this in for me. 𝑘𝒐𝒓𝒏𝒂𝒏𝒆𝒅.com. 𝑘𝒐𝒓𝒏𝒂𝒏𝒆𝒅. And here's the cool part. My team has been stacking bonuses on all week. We just got a new bonus from Tony Robbins yesterday. For those of you who enroll tonight, Tony is going live tomorrow to do a deep dive training. As he says, he's going to rip you open, anchor in a foundation to give you complete certainty that you can do this. So not only are you going to get that training from Tony, you get a training from Jenna Kutcher and I. You are getting a year's worth of the software. This MindMint software is your operating system. I mean, what's it really mean when you learn it and you want to build your website? We have all the templates and the websites. When you want to figure out the email, we have the emails written. When you want to build a funnel, we have the pre-written funnels and created so you can do it. This is what allows this passion, this desire to become real. How many times have you been excited about something somebody taught you, but it never became real because you were missing that last piece? So we give you a year's worth of the software. We're doing a 6-week implementation, 6-week walkthrough, I should say, helping you implement the course, helping you make the course real in your life. Because we have the highest graduation rate of anything I've seen in my life, the highest success rate of anything I've seen. And we want to make sure you do. There's a whole bunch of bonuses. Go to kbbcourse.com. Check out all the bonuses. My team just added 2 more. But legit, it closes at midnight. It's not just... And you know why we close it? For a couple of reasons. Sometimes you need something urgency in your life to get your ass moving. How many times do you say, I'll do that next month, I'll do that next year, and then 2 years, 5 years goes by like that? What this causes is urgency to action. You have to invoke your courage muscle to say, I'm going to do this. I'm sick of dabbling. If you're sick of the overnight magical money machines that you see online, how's that working for you? I'm not promising you're going to be a millionaire overnight. I'm promising you're going to learn how to enter the digital economy from 2 guys that have been in it for 60 years and 2 guys who've dominated and 2 guys who care. If you know anything about Tony and I, you know our values, you know what we stand for. We created something magical and we're pushing hard. We have. But as of tomorrow, you won't see these ads. We won't be talking about it. You know why? Because it closes at midnight. kbbcourse.com. All right, one more question. You got anything you like?
What stage of business is too early for KBB?
Really great question. The honest answer is none, because you're going to have to learn. Should you learn through your own mistakes? Should you learn through your own trial and error? Or should you start off where we left off, right? We condensed all these years of our knowledge into a course. What is that worth? I mean, think about it. You know how many freaking mistakes I've made? You know how many times I've lost money, sleepless nights, regret because I didn't know what I was doing because I did it wrong? You don't have to experience that. So if you're ready for a transition, you want your side business to be more meaningful, and you want the guides, you want the blueprint from people that have been doing it, that's what KBB is all about. All right, one more.
Let's see. Should I figure out what I'm really passionate about before starting KBB?
No, because that's what Lisa said. Should you figure out what you're passionate about before starting? Hell no. That's one of the most things we obsessed on the most. We take you through a process. We ask you questions that tell stories. We created a model. We call it the wisdom extractor. You go through the process. When you get done, it's like, oh my God, for the first time ever, you'll be like, I know exactly what I need to share with the world. And then when you're done with that, guess what? Then you learn exactly how to identify your ideal client that wants it. I love all these great questions coming in. You guys are so awesome. We have to do this more often.
Yeah.
This was my wife's idea, so you could say thank you to her. Oh my God, look at
you guys have the best questions, and I'm always like, they have the best questions on the live.
This. Poor thing.
She's needy.
She's needy. Okay. This was a great idea, babe. I was going to come on here and just teach like I always do. Dean, you're a force of greater good in the world. How can you stay so positive and optimistic? Hey, man, thank you so much.
Yeah, you got a lot of that, too.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you saying that.
He's like that all the time. Even at 3 a.m. when you wake up and you can't go back to sleep.
Well, here's the thing. I just want to tell you, I still have crappy days. Internally, I still have things go wrong. I still have people let you down and people talk about you. And I still have businesses that I think are going to do something at a certain level and they don't. But here's what I know is I get to be in an industry where I love what I do. I'm not a big sport. I know that you didn't want to be, you want to be half on camera. So either all right, stay with me. Okay. Stay with me to the end here. I just want to tell you, I'm blessed to do something I love. And one of the things that really helps me, I'm going to give this to everybody right now. You ready? Is I learned to say no to everything that doesn't serve the man I want to be. I want to be the most amazing husband in the world to this woman. I want to be an amazing father to this guy. His name is Luca. He'll be here soon. I know you can't see his black, but that belly's getting there. And I want to be an amazing father to my 2 kids, our kids, Brianna and Brody, 13 and 11. I want to be amazing to them. I want to be incredible to my team who works so hard. I got the greatest team in the world. I want to grow as a human every single day. I want to contribute in a big way. And I want to make an impact on people's lives, your life. It might sound like a lot, but it's not. I want to be a good husband, a good dad, a good team leader, and I want to impact the world. Pretty much everything outside that I say no to. We do. We say no to everything. We live really simple lives, except for Chloe. She's not so simple. You see her paw coming up like, please, please. But I say no to most everything else. And I would suggest to you, make a list tonight. Like, do it right now. What do you need to say no to? What doesn't serve you? What doesn't serve God? What doesn't serve your bigger future? What doesn't serve the man you want to be, the woman you want to be? Like, maybe because I'm getting older that, like, I just see it. And I don't want to waste time. And I also know things that don't make me feel optimistic. I don't watch the news. It brings me down. I don't hang around negative people, even if they're family members. Like, I've made some really tough decisions to set myself up for success. Like, they're hacks. Again, do I have rough days? Of course I have rough days. But when you have the ability to do the things that are success to you, that light up your life, I don't have a lot of hobbies. I don't do a lot of things. When I have free, when I'm not working, because that serves my soul, I get to grow. I get to impact others. Oh, that's what the knowledge industry is all about. That's why Tony and I created KBB. We want you to experience what we have, and you can. I started off on person number 1. You could start off on person number 1, and now the industry's ripe. Everybody wants self-education, and you can help them, whether you're the reporter or not. But I get to do what I love for a living. I get to work on growing as a human, and I get to know what success means to me. And for that, I can stay pretty damn enthusiastic and excited. So, guys, thank you so much. This was awesome tonight. Great idea, babe. Yeah. And all of you, if you don't even know what KBB is, go to kbbcourse.com and read what you're going to get. It's at the final page. The counter's on the page. We're only a few hours away from closing down. And everybody who gets the course loses their mind. And all you KBB family members who are already in there, we'll see you on tomorrow afternoon with Tony's live training. And then we have our first walkthrough training on Thursday at 11 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. The only way you're in.
Dean for governor.
Dean for governor. All right. Thank you. I apprite you guys so much. Have an awesome, awesome night.
Thank you for your kind comments.
Yes, and bye to Chloe. Our
high, guys.
Our high maintenance labradoodle. All right, bye guys. kbbcourse.com.